look what I got. Bam! This is the Sonia Kashuk's Hoilday 10-piece brush set. And this is called All That Jazz. This brush set is so sleek and so me in so many ways because I'm a big fan of gold and I love the color black. If you want to know my first impressions on these beautiful brushes, please keep on watching. So the brushes look like this. It's gold with this black shiny lacquer paint inside of it. On the bottom it has SK for Sonia Kashuk. I'm actually really surprised that these brushes are very lightweight. I thought it would be like heavy duty. Like when I touch these brushes, like I said earlier, they retail for only $35, and I know $35 is kind of pricey, but when you look at these, they're not cheaply looking, or they don't look cheap. So, and you get 10 brushes. I think it's totally worth it to spend $35 on brushes that are 10-piece. Like seriously, that is a steal. Just quickly, I'm going to explain to you guys what my feelings are for these brushes, what I'll use these brushes for, and my overall thought on these brushes. So starting off with this brush, this is a powder brush, natural haired brush. It doesn't shed so much. I mean, yes, I just opened it, and normally you would have to wash the brushes, and especially with natural hair brushes, they do kind of shed just a little bit, but after a while we constantly clean it and keep up with and maintain brushes, they stop shedding. And I'm kind of happy that it's not shedding right now. So this powder brush I'm really excited for because it's not your typical powder brush. I think it's tapered and it's really soft and not as stiff or compact. Like it's so soft. And a lot of powder brushes out there are normally pinched at the tip. Like look at the funnel. This is really wide and this is pinched. So it's hard to find brushes like this, so I'm kind of happy for this brush. The next brush is a flat top kabuki brush, and this is also natural haired, which I really do love natural hair brushes. It's a game changer. And this brush is called a flat top blusher brush. I don't know, I mean, I guess you could use it as a blush brush just to like hit the apples of your cheeks like this, but I mean, you could use it as foundation, like a foundation brush. This would be a really good foundation brush just to give you that nice airbrush look. Normally, flat top kabuki brushes are synthetic, and I'm kind of happy that this is natural hair, and it's not like heavy packed, and it's really like soft, and you could manipulate it really good. When I compare it to my Bdellium Tools flat top kabuki brush, and this is synthetic, it's really thick, and this is not thick, like not thick. The next one is a dual fiber brush, so it has synthetic and natural hair, and this is angled dual fiber face brush. I feel like cleaning these brushes will be a pain in my butt, but it's totally worth it because they're just so pretty looking. What would I use this brush for? I would use this brush to like do some contouring. I would use this brush to contour, especially with powders. Maybe some cream products with it, but I would normally stick with powders for these. The next one is your foundation brush, and it's just your typical foundation brush. Actually, it's not your typical foundation brush because it's really fat. Like, it's really wide. When it comes to foundation brushes or paddle brushes like these, I normally use them to prep my face. So like moisturizer, serum, primer, just to prep it. But I will not really use this for foundation. I wouldn't know why. I feel like it would just get really streaky. And it's harder, it's like, not harder, it's more work to put your foundation on with a paddle brush, in my opinion. The next one is a flat shader brush, and this is actually like an overall eyeshadow brush. Flat shader brushes like these are really good to me because you could put eyeshadow on from the base of your lash line all the way up to your brow bone, and it'll just give you a nice full even coverage of eyeshadow to work with. And I tend to use flat shader brushes a lot. The next one is a blending brush, and it's not your typical tapered blending brush. It's pinched. See? Pinched. So this would be great for transition colors, just to like show off some depth in your crease. The next brush is a crease brush that looks like this. It's not your typical crease brush just because it's really fat of a brush. You could work it with your outer corner and bring it into your crease and then go in with the blending brush and just buff it in, and then you have your regular smoky eye. Tapered smoky eye. The next brush is a dual fiber, what is this? Dual fiber eye brush, an angled dual fiber brush. And I feel like it's the baby version of this brush right here. So it's like the baby, you know, mommy, baby. I would use this for my concealers, maybe under my eyes, just to buff it out, or also to set powder. I don't know what I would actually use this brush for. It's hard to tell, but I'm pretty sure I'll find a way to work this brush in my life. The second to last brush is a pencil brush, a precision eye brush. So this is something that you could use to smoke out your bottom lash line, or to even draw in your crease for a more defined crease. Compared to this one, this is really fat. You could even use this brush as an eyeliner brush, but I mean your eyeliner would be really, really thick. So if you want that whole cat, no. If you really want a big wing liner for like a pinup girl look, I guess you could use this brush for that heavy, thick eyeliner. Last but not least, your typical brow grooming eyelash comb, which is great because if your brows are like really, really dark, you could just brush it out, or if you have clumps of mascara, you could just comb that sucker out. A few things I like about this brush set is that looking at it, I thought it was heavier. I mean, it does have some weight to it, but it's actually really durable. It's not cheaply made. Another thing is I like how it's natural haired for mostly all of it. I think the only dual fiber or synthetic is these two are the dual fiber brushes, the angled dual brushes, where it's synthetic on top and natural hair on the bottom. And then the foundation brush is also synthetic, but normally all foundation brushes or paddle foundation brushes are synthetic. Another thing I like about it is just the style of it. Like, I mean, you cannot go wrong with $35. I mean, cleaning of it would be like a hassle because it's white and you always want to keep it white, but I mean, it's makeup. Makeup is supposed to get fun and dirty, and you're supposed to play with it. So I wouldn't be surprised if the brushes get stained. Another thing was that it's hard to find. It took me like 3 tries just to find this brush set. I had to go to 3 different Targets. Even though it said online that they had it, I had to go to 3 different Targets because when I went to the Target, they didn't have it like out. I had to like find a worker and ask them if they had it in, and apparently all the 3 stores I went to had it. It was just in their bag and nobody wanted to look for it. But this one lady looked for it, and she brought me out this baby from the bag, and it wasn't even stocked out yet. So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed my little preview slash first impressions on my Sonia Kashuk's 10-piece all that jazz holiday brush kit. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop me a comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Have a good night. Mwah!